All right, thank you, Nalwa. And Kenya Airways CEO Alan Kilavuka has asked striking pilots to return to work or face being replaced. Kilavuka stated that in a press conference on Monday that the window for talks is closed and that the airline expects the pilots to return to work before any discussions are held. The strike began at 6 a.m. on Saturday at Nairobi's Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, defying a court order prohibiting industrial action and leaving thousands of passengers stranded. Millicent Luamba reports.
We have sent our proposals both to Kenya Airways and the concerned ministries.
Kenya Airways Alan Kilavuka has asked striking pilots to return to work or risk being replaced. Kilavuka stated in a press conference on Monday that the window for talks is closed and that the airline expects the pilot to return to work before any discussions are held. According to KQ, 25 pilots have returned to work so far, while 132 others have called it to say they are unable to fly.
So from a strike perspective, so far we have about 20 pilots who have availed themselves for duty. We thank the pilots who continue to support the airline's operations. For pilots who haven't reported on duty, we have initiated disciplinary process, like I said yesterday. At the same time, we have also advertised today for recruitment of pilots, both captains and first officers. So we'd like to urge Kenyans and other pilots who would like to join us to please apply. You will see it in both LinkedIn.
We have sent our proposals both to Kenya Airways and the concerned ministries on Friday, Saturday, and yesterday. This afternoon, we sent another proposal with even further concessions. On the other hand, Kenya Airways has made no concessions from the proposals they presented over 2 weeks ago. They have made it clear that they will not meet until our members resume their duties, yet this is contrary to the spirit of negotiation of a return to work formula that is founded on dialogue. We continue to urge Kenya Airways management to meet us at the table and negotiate with an open mind. Management's ego and chest thumping is to the detriment of Kenyans at large. The persistent harassment and intimidation towards pilots agitating for their rights serves more to agonize than inspire confidence that management is concerned about their welfare. This adversarial approach will not achieve our common goal of getting Kenya Airways back to full operation. It is very important to note that what our members are holding out for is all within the confines of a mutually agreed collective bargaining agreement. We have not asked for improved terms of service. We only demand that Kenya Airways management honors agreements already in place.
Mr. Kilavuka stated that the airline is willing to go ahead with hiring new pilots in order to avoid being held hostage by industrial action every time. Meanwhile, the KQ CEO apologized for the strike, which entered its third day on Monday, saying that the airline had restored about 20% of its network by 2 p.m. Monday and airlifted approximately 25 tons of cargo.
We have said before that we are ready to talk to CALPA. However, now time has changed. We want them first to go back to work with immediate effect before we can have any discussions whatsoever. In any case, like I said, we've already started disciplinary action and we've already started recruiting new pilots. So those who are still interested in working with Kenya Airways should very quickly report back to work with immediate effect. We've been able to uplift about 25 tons of cargo. Remember, we normally uplift upwards of 150 tons of cargo.
The strike began at 6 a.m. on Saturday at Nairobi Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, defying a court order prohibiting industrial action and leaving thousands of passengers stranded.
Pilots are ready to go back to work once we sort out our issues. Wasije kusema kwamba tumekataa kazi. We are ready. If they hammer those deals hata leo. So what do you think we are here in uniform? Let me ask.
The strike has exacerbated the problems facing the troubled national carrier, which has been making losses for years despite the government pumping millions of dollars into it to keep it afloat. Transport Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen urged the pilots to return to work on Sunday, warning them against defying a court order.
I'm not saying their concerns are not valid. I am saying the action they have taken is drastic and unwarranted, and it's akin to economic sabotage. They must think about their country.
The purpose of this industrial action is not to test the new government, seeing that they have just taken office. There are painstaking issues that have been on the table far too long, and Kalpa family believes that the time is right to have them resolved once and for all.
Millicent Luamba, Maisha Prime News, Maisha Television.